Well, Rick Perry says he'll do 5 more debates after critics slammed his decision to limit debate appearances. And as Perry struggles in the polls, he is also introducing potential voters to a different side of his character, one that's a little more loose, shall we say, carefree and maybe downright bizarre. Take a look at this speech in New Hampshire on Friday.
If they print any more money over there in Washington, the goal's going to be good. Or that 20% flat tax, put it on there, take your deductions off, send it in. That little plan that I just shared with you doesn't force the granite state to expand your tax footprint, if you know what I mean. Like 9% expansion. I love Herman. Is he the best? Today has been awesome, girl.
Joining me now is Elleithee, a Democratic strategist and former campaign spokesman for Hillary Clinton. Also joining us, John Feehery, Republican strategist and president of Quinn Gillespie Communications. John, let's go ahead and start with you.
Okay.
Do you think that clip will help Republicans see a lighter, maybe funnier side of Perry, or do you think it'll give them cause for concern?
Well, I was not in the crowd, but it seemed like he was getting some pretty big laughs there. I think that Rick Perry needs to show a lighter side. I think he needs to show his full personality, and if he can make a crowd laugh, that's probably a good thing. The question is, is this part of a concerted strategy, or is this just a one-off? And I don't know the answer to that question, but obviously he needs to shake things up because his campaign's in a little bit of trouble right now.
But did he cross the line? Mo, I want to go ahead and get your thoughts here.
Well, look, I don't think Rick Perry's problem is that people don't see a lighter side of him. I think the problem is he's seen as being too light. He's too light on substance, he's too light on policy, and he's too light on leadership. Rick Perry is a guy who entered into this race with so much fanfare, seen as an answer to a weak Republican field, but his drop has been out of control. The more he speaks, the less people like him. I think acting weird and making bad jokes and being lighter isn't what's going to turn this thing around for him.
Right. Heading into Iowa, I believe he's in the single digits now. Mo Perry, he's also been hammering Mitt Romney for flip-flopping. But he himself has been doing backflips lately. I mean, days after reviving this birther debate, he said he has no doubt that the president is a U.S. citizen. And then after saying that he may not show up to upcoming debates, now his campaign is confirming that he's going to attend at least the next 5 debates. What's going on here?
Well, in a lot of ways, I think Mitt Romney and Rick Perry are very similar in the fact that both seem to be lacking a real rationale for their candidacies or any sort of real guiding political philosophy. Perry's you can't jump around like this. You can't say you're in debates one day or out of debates one day and then in the next day. You can't bring up the birther controversy and then back away from it. You can't flip-flop on immigration and on a whole host of issues. People see right through that. Rick Perry needs to figure out why he wants to be president, start talking about that, because right now he's in a real bad free fall to the point where he's near irrelevance.
John, quickly, Rick Perry hit the president and Mitt Romney in the same breath in his latest ad. Take a listen to this.
If you're looking for a slick politician or a guy with great teleprompter skills, we already have that, and he's destroying our economy. I'm a doer, not a talker. In Texas, we created 40% of the new jobs in the entire country since June of 2009. Now, they say we can't do that in Washington. Well, they're wrong, and they need to go.
John, what's your take on his tactic here? Is this his best tack to link Romney and Obama?
I think that he's trying anything he can to get back in the race. I think that when you're at 7% and you once were at 25%, obviously some things have gone wrong with his campaign. I think the idea that he's saying I'm a doer, not a talker, I think that's a pretty effective strategy because he does have a record down in Texas about creating jobs. And I think he's not very good at, so far hasn't shown to be very effective at debates. So he's trying some different things. He's not out of it by any means. He still has a lot of money. He still has a lot of organization. So I wouldn't count Rick Perry out yet. I still think at the end of the day, it's going to be him and Mitt Romney fighting this thing out.
All right. Republican strategist John Feehery, Democratic strategist Mo Elleithee, we thank you both for your time, gentlemen. It's nice to see you.